Okay, so a new problem. It seems like I'm trying to avoid the harder things. There's one thing about this content creation and entire YouTube game that from the beginning I never liked. It was the hard stuff, it was the editing. Now, many creators or many filmmakers, they usually say that, editing is the major job of your entire piece or of your entire film. And the reason is because editing is where the magic happens. Whatever Marvel movie you see, the VFX, the CGI, the cuts, the music, the sound effects, everything is in the post production work, which is editing. And whenever I considered editing, it was sort of as a headache to me. Always has been. And so I have been avoiding the most highly edited videos I can ever produce. Why? Because I hate editing. I hate that exaggerated amounts of work that you put in for 2 or 3 hours just to get that 2 or 3 seconds of your video right. Gives me sort of weird things inside me, that I don't want to do it. Why to spend so much time behind something that's not going to be worthless? People are not going to even notice it. Then why to put so much effort, like 3 or 4 hours, just to perfect that minor piece, just that 3 seconds of your video? And so I hated these editing jobs. And so I always thought that, as soon as I grows a bit on YouTube and as soon as I start to get my income, I will just get an editor and I'll just give all the stuff to him. He'll edit it for me. I'm not going to do this stuff. Why? Because I don't love it. It's weird. It takes hours of work. It's a tedious job. And I want to do this. I want to focus on the more creative perspective. And that's where I learned something is actually through these things, through creating these excuses, I was starting to avoid the hardest part of my job. If my job as YouTube is the full time thing I'm doing, just consider a person who's doing a particular job as a full time thing. Then we want him to master it. Even the hardest parts of it, even the most difficult parts of it. Whenever you see a master at something, a master at a particular skill, you see him work at the most basic skills, at the most advanced skills, even at the most hardest parts and the most simplest parts. He knows how to work in all of them to master that skill. And that's why we call that particular person the master of that skill. If I want to be the master, if I want to be the best in the world when it comes to content, then editing was something that I have to tackle. Now I had multiple videos to be, seen where I can learn editing from. I had courses, I had this, that to learn editing. But still, the best way you can ever learn editing is by editing a video. And so I thought, let's shoot a video. I shot a video. Entire day of me, whatever I do in my day, as I was saying you that I was trying to more of take this channel towards, what do I do in my day channel. And that's why I named it as Daily Aryan, because I wanted to say whatever Aryan does in daily, how much is progressing, how much is losing, how much is moving further, how much is going backwards. So everything I wanted to record it, the ups and downs. And so I named this channel as Daily Aryan because we'll do it daily, daily, again and again until I succeed over years. And I thought, let's create a video. I created it, and then it's still in my mobile, it's still in my camera, it's still in my SD card, and I haven't edited it. Why? No answers. It's just like I'm bored of editing. I just don't want to do the hard stuff. And so I had to get over it. I'm skipping colleges, but I don't think I'm being as productive or I'm not being as much creative as I want to be within that time period. Why? Because I'm just wanting to stay in the peaceful chilling out zone and wishing that everything works out. Whatever things that I'm doing, wishing that one of my videos go viral. That's not the way you ever be or ever do anything that becomes your mastery, that becomes the most skillful person you are, that becomes your craft. When you are achieving the best things in life, when you are trying to go for the biggest things that people can rarely do in their life, you have to be different. And instead of crossing your fingers and just expecting that, yeah, God will shower all those things on my head, it's shit. It's a shit way to live your life. And I realized it pretty soon that if I just do these things and try to achieve my goals these way, that, I'll keep my fingers crossed, I'll pray to God, I'll do my shit. Not with 100% of efficiency, not with 100% of my hard work. Just, yeah, I'll do it. This raw videos, I'll do it. Anyways, this channel's main perspective was to create those raw videos that you can connect to me. The person who will see these videos 10 years later will connect to me and understand that I was just the same person as him. And so I always wanted these videos that I produce on daily, Aryan, should be, me fumbling in between. So that you can know that how much I have learned. You can see my opinions contradicting. Maybe in future, after 2 years, you may find a video that's actually contradicting to one of my videos prior. Okay, so this is the way you see how I'm growing, and that's why I wanted these videos to be raw. I wanted these videos that how my shit my English was, and how my English is growing, how I'm growing as a person. Look, I was fat, look, I'm slimmer. I want to create these moments for the person after 10 years, that kid who is trying to go for the biggest things in his life. He can watch these videos and he'll think that, yeah, if he does that, I'll do it. If he can do it, I will surely do it, because he was a dumb zero guy and want invent to the best person that human can imagine. Then I will do that too. I want to create a belief, I want to create a confidence in that kid who's trying to go for the big things. But for that, I have to really be a guy that he can look up to. Even within this journey, it's not about always the success, it's also about whenever I'm going for the success, I have to be that guy. I have to be that ambitious guy. Whenever you look at the main character in a movie, you see something in him. You see that fire in his eyes. You see his mentality being different. Do you find it in me? Brutally say yes or brutally say no. I know what's the answer. It's no. You never see that fire in me because you never see me grow. I stay in that little comfort zone. I talk about comfort zone. I talk about how to tackle it, but I never do it. I want to stay in my comfort zone. I just want to go on OBS. I want to start recording. I want to finish this video. I want to upload it with random titles. Any thumbnail within those 3 auto select thumbnails. One of the person really commented on the videos that Aryan, you can just do a little tweaking in your video, little more precise on your points, little more thumbnail, and little bit editing with a basic sound. You can do millions of views. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. If I'm not taking the feedback from the person who's seeing my videos and he's really obliged and he's really respectful to provide me some comments on my videos or some feedbacks that I can really improve on to, then I don't know what the fuck am I doing in my life. And so now is the wake up call. We need to work hard because Q2 is started. And if I don't do anything in this Q2, then I cannot leave this college before this end of the year. And if I want to do this, if I want to save myself from this brain rot, if I don't want to, compress my entire brain to the point that I cannot think anymore, to the point that I stay in rot, I stay in dumpster. Okay. Whatever efficiency, whatever brightness my brain had, if I don't want it dead, then I have to leave this college. And I'm so furious this time about this college thing. And I remember again and again the situations me, my parents, everybody, my dad and mom has faced over years. If I want them to tackle them, if I want them to create a proudful situation around within my town or even without and in their environment, in their surroundings, if I want them to be respectful, if I want them to be prideful, I will have to do these things. Okay. Maybe if I call them and if I say, Dad, are you proud? He'll say yes. But the level I want him to be proudful is way different than what he thinks. Because he just thinks about his needs. And if I want them to take to their wants also, the sacrifice that, I might want it, but they'll see the price tag and they'll say, no, 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 no. Let's not buy it. It's not something we need. And that's why I want to give them all these things. And they'll only be achieved if I master this thing. And to master that thing, I also need to do the hard things. I just can't keep making these videos. I just can't keep crossing my fingers and then, oh, one day, yeah, I'll succeed. No. This is a video that I'm kind of saying to myself. That's why I'm looking so much in the monitor this time. Because I'm looking at myself and saying, what the fuck are you doing, Aryan? This is not the way you'll be anything on YouTube. These are the videos everyone creates. What's new in that? What's your new thing? What's your mastery? What's your that salt-based salt in this one? What's new? Nothing. You'll find millions of channels who are doing the psychology plus philosophy plus your daily problems. Everybody. If I want to develop, not this channel, I don't think about this channel as my development or this channel producing me millions of views, but in general, I'm not even doing the other channel videos very maturely. I'm not doing it. I recently started with this back setup. You can see the mic, you can see the tripod, you can see the light and everything. I just recently started it. So the problem is that I am not willing to do the hard things, and I'm just wishing, fingers crossed, God, please do something, please let something work. And I'm just in a vicious loop of weird things in my life. Okay, I'm in shithole. I will have to edit, because if just keep denying the editing and keep thinking that editing is hard, that editing is worthless, then there's no way I'll be able to reach a point in my life and I master this craft and I achieve those things because of that mastery in my skill. So yeah, it's time to edit. It's time to get my work, get my shit done. I cannot cry like a baby that I don't know Photoshop, I don't know how to edit videos. I cannot cry my entire life like that. I will have to tackle it at some point in my life, and it's better as soon as possible. Okay, so you're going to do it. I hope you like this video. I hope you learned a few things, and I wish that you start doing those weird things, start doing those hard things that you're avoiding, because I think the real jam, the real success that you're looking in is in the work you're avoiding. So please, the work you do is not equal to your success, but still the piece of essence of that hard work, your result from that hard work is kind of depending on the hard shit you are avoiding to do right now. So whatever magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. Please understand this point. And I am starting to reflect on this point. And as Q2 is approaching, my shit is starting to boil. Because if I don't make a single penny in Q2, I am done with my life. Because then I don't know what will I do if I don't have a stable income at end of Q2. I don't know what will I do. I don't want to stay in this freaking college a day more. It's like a painful thing in my ass. I'm bunking the college. I'm not going for almost a week or two at this point. Okay, into college. Just one or two visits a day, one or two visits a week. That's it. I'm not going to college much. But am I doing something productive? Hell no. So if I want to do something productive in my day, this is the wake up call. I have to edit, I have to create more videos, and I have to stop hindering that editing stuff into my entire workflow. Because if I kind of tackle that, then and then only I'll get my first ever client, then and then only I'll start to increase my income, then and then only I get my first income and get my first YouTube paycheck. If I don't do these things, there are no brands approaching, there are no videos going viral, there are no clients coming. Because I still haven't created any context videos. I have scripts in mind, I have titles in mind, but I haven't worked on a single video. And if I stop avoiding it because of editing, because of my fear of editing, entire thing that I have thought of, which will bring me out of this rot of, staying without a penny for my entire life, is to start to earn. And the only way out is to edit my stuff at this point. If I don't edit stuff, I'm not getting that income. It's simple. So yeah, let's do this. If I don't make any money out of this Q2, you can officially say that I'm a fucking loser in my life. Okay. So let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Pray to God, because it doesn't matter if you do the hard work, if you don't do the thing is that if you pray to God, you leave all of your miseries and all of your stress to the higher purpose, to the higher being in your life, higher entity. So that now the only thing left on your shoulders is to work. And so you clear your path. If you don't pray to God, you carry all the miseries of life, all the stresses of life, and you have to work hard. What's easier? To think that everything that I'll achieve in future is in God's name, is in God's hands. So I don't own anything. Even this breathing that I'm doing at every second, even if whatever I'm doing in my life, I'm blinking, I'm doing whatever, I'm looking, I'm seeing this world, everything belongs to God. He can snatch it away like this. He can give lives to people like this. And that's why I still believe that pray to God and don't believe that success is in your hand, but believe that the work you put in for that success is always in your hand. And remember that your work hard or whatever work you are doing may not be equal to success. But whatever magic, that little small winning point you are looking in your life is always within those small work or small XYZ amount of things that you're avoiding. So do those hard things to achieve those big results or to even those smaller magical wins you're looking in your life. That's it. Bye. Jai Jinendra. Pray to God. Don't trouble your mother. Don't trouble anyone. Stay safe yourself. Make your mom and dad proud. Stay proud of yourself. That's it. Bye, Jai Jinendra.